Hello and welcome to Peter Scott Cars. Today we have this 2018 high specification BMW 2 Series Gran Tourer. With it being the Gran Tourer, it is the 7-seat version of the 2 Series. We'll run through some of the high specification as we go around the vehicle. Starting with the front of the car, get as close as I can so you see there's no stone chips of any note. That is the case all the way along the front of the vehicle. Front of the car really couldn't be any better. As I get very close to the edge of the bonnet, front of the bumper, the only thing I can notice, a couple of absolute minute stone chips. Just put my fingernail next to a couple of them just so you can see how insignificant they are. Have to be very close to even notice them at all. As I said, front of the car couldn't be better. As I go around the vehicle, I'll get a close up to all of the bumper corners to show you they are free from any scuffs or marks. Get low down so you can see there's no marks or scuffs to the centre of the bumper either. Can also be quite common. Looking down the entire driver's side of the vehicle, can't see any parking dents. All four of the alloy wheels really nice, as I'll show you as we go around the car as well. Starting with the driver's front alloy wheel, I'm struggling to see a single mark at all. While I'm low down looking at the alloy wheel, just point out there's no marks or damage to the driver's sill. Very easy to go over a high curb, mark or damage the sill. Not the case with this 7-seat 2 Series. Can't see anything negative to point out on the driver's front wing. Moving on to the driver's door, exactly the same, struggling to see anything detrimental to point out at all. Both of the mirror covers free from any scuffs or marks. Moving along the door, really can't see anything to mention. Get a close up underneath the driver's door handle to highlight there's no marks or scratches. Can be very common, particularly on the driver's door. All the driver's door edge really nice as well. Can't spot any chips, again, can be quite common. Moving on to the rear door. Same as the drivers, I really am struggling to see anything to mention. Again, no marks underneath the handles to point out, no chips to the door edge. Onto this rear panel, exactly the same, there isn't anything to mention. Bumper corner again, free from any scuffs, and that alloy wheel exactly the same as the driver's front. Can't see any scuffs or signs of curbing at all. Just take you into the vehicle from the driver's side. Inside the car really couldn't be any better. It's got the full leather interior as part of the high specification. Front seats are heated. Just get a close up to the wing and edge of the driver's seat. As I said, couldn't be better inside, absolute minimal wear. Car's had the genuine BMW overmats fitted, which are still with the vehicle, so there's no sign of any wear to point out to the carpets or footwells either. Get a close up to the driver's footwell to highlight that. The other high specification includes the satellite navigation, Bluetooth audio. Just get a close up to the center console. Sometimes people jump in, put keys, coffee cups on the center console, end up marking the console. Again, not the case with this 2 Series. We'll add as well, there's no unwanted odors with the vehicle, no smells of smoke or pets. Also, just get a close up to the driver's step. Sometimes people drag their feet going into the vehicle, mark the paintwork on the driver's step. Not the case with this 2 Series. Seats in the rear, exactly the same, couldn't be better. Just get a close up to the edge of the seat to highlight that. There's no kick marks or scuffs to the rear of the front seats. That can also be common. Third row of seats really do look like they've hardly ever been sat in. Again, there's no marks to any of the carpets. Those genuine overmats protected them. That is just a shadow on the carpet there. Just move the turntable round so you can see that disappear with the lighting. Just get close up to the edge of the seat. Really no sign of any wear to the leather at all. Bringing you around to the rear of the vehicle. As part of the high specification, got the rear parking sensors. Nice feature to have. I have already said there's no marks to the centre of the bumper. Just point out, can't see any marks to the, sorry, I have already mentioned there's no marks to the bumper corners, but just point out, I can't see any marks to the centre of the bumper either. Easy to park a little bit too close to someone or something and mark the centre of the bumper, but again, not the case. Also, just get very low down so you can see there's no scuffs to the underside. Easy to go over a high curb, scuff the underside, as I've already said, but again, not the case. Onto the tailgate, I'm struggling to see anything to mention. It's got the power opening and closing tailgate. Nice feature to have. inside the luggage compartment. Again, couldn't be better. I just want to get a close up to the top of the bumper and interior plastic. Sometimes with these practical size vehicles, people buy them for the large luggage compartment, subsequently end up putting in big items a little bit carelessly, scratching the top of the bumper, scuffing the trims. As you can see, not the case with this cherished 2 Series. Can't see any scratches at all to the bumper. Trims couldn't be better. A couple of the absolute faintest marks to the trims, but as you can see, nothing at all. Just bringing you around to the passenger side of the vehicle. Bumper corner once again, free from any scuffs. Looking down the entire side, same as the driver's, struggling to see any parking dents. That alloy wheel, exactly the same as the other two I've already shown. You can't see any scuffs or signs of curbing at all. Onto this rear panel, certainly no scratches or parking dents to point out. Can just spot an absolute minute stone chip there. Just put my fingernail next to that, just so you can see how insignificant it is. Disappears as I take a small step back. Can't see anything else to mention. Again, door edge, no problems. Underneath the handle, exactly the same. Rest of the door, there isn't anything to mention. Just take you into the vehicle from both sides so I can show you all the edge of the seats. Repeating myself, seats in the rear couldn't be better. No kick marks or scuffs to the rear of the passenger seat. Just moving on to the front door. There's going to be any chips to the door edges, usually on the front doors, but same as the driver, struggling to see any. Again, no marks underneath the handle. Can just spot a, oh, apologies, thought it was a little bit of a chip there, but again, just a little bit of fluff. So passenger door, I'm struggling to see anything to mention. Both mirror covers free from any scuffs, as I've already said. Onto the passenger front wing and the final bumper corner, there isn't anything to mention. And onto the final alloy wheel. As I've gone up round all 4 of the alloy wheels, I am struggling to see any marks at all. While I'm low down, again, just point out there's no marks or damage to the passenger sill, same as the driver's. As I was saying, I can't see any marks at all to any of the alloy wheels. It really is a cherished example, inside and out, other than a couple of the most insignificant stone chips, which are to be expected, in which you have to be close to even notice. Other than them, I really can't see anything to mention. Into the vehicle from the passenger side. Passenger seat, same as all the others, as you'd expect. Couldn't be better. Just get a close up to the wing and edge of the seat, just to show you absolute minimal wear. Carpet exactly the same, being protected by those mats. Can't see any scuffs to the passenger step either. I do just want to lean across and show you the driver's seat from the passenger angle. You see plenty of cars where you're looking from the driver's side, seat looks fine, then when you look across from the passenger angle, driver's seat looks really worn and out of shape. As you can see, not the case with this 7-seater BMW. Couldn't be better from either angle, and I say that about the entire car, going around inside and out. Really am struggling to see anything to mention other than a couple of the most insignificant stone chips. It's worth noting we have all of our vehicles independently inspected by the AA. That is a 128-point inspection, which includes a 5-mile road test by an AA engineer, just to make sure the vehicle is mechanically correct and correct on the road. You can view the 128-point AA inspection report on our site at www.peterscottcars.co.uk. We also have finance calculators on our website, so if you are interested in any additional funding to purchase this BMW, you can go to our website, model a finance quote, and apply for finance directly through our site. Of course, if you need any assistance or any finance applications or quotes, always get in touch if you're struggling with anything. We guarantee the lowest rate of finance coming direct to ourselves. If you are thinking of financing the vehicle for an outside finance company or finance broker, please get in touch with ourselves first for the guaranteed lowest rate of finance. We also have free finance eligibility checkers on our website, so if you're unsure whether you'll be approved on finance, you can do a free eligibility checker. It tells you straight away your chances of approval and at what rate, but we always guarantee the lowest rate coming direct to ourselves. We have very low rate prime finance for good and excellent credit ratings, but if you have had a few issues in the past with your finances and credit, please don't hesitate to get in touch. We deal with a number of specialist lender and broker partners who guarantee the lowest rate for your individual profile. So any financing needs at all, please just get in touch. I've just been around the vehicle one final time just to make sure I haven't missed anything. And I say again, really is a cherished example. I really am struggling to see anything negative to point out at all. Hopefully you found the video helpful. If you need any further information about the car, please don't hesitate to get in touch. Thanks for taking the time to watch the video.